Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, the host of the show, and we appreciate you taking time to be with us. We've got a great show lined up for you today. Dominik Knoll, who is with the World Trade Center, will be here today, and he's going to talk about some things with the World Trade Center I'm absolutely positive that you don't know about. Some really good stuff that they're doing with the World Trade Center. We've got Todd, who is with the Kenner Professional Business Association. George Blow, who used to work for us here at Cox in the TV studio. George is the founder of Peace is Practical. He's an author. He's written 4 books. He's just a great individual. We're very happy to see him again. Miss Lynn Wolken, an incredible young lady who is with the Greater New Orleans Senior Olympics, and she's going to be talking about the Louisiana Senior Olympics, and she is in charge of the golf tournament that's a part of that. Again, Steve Sawyer, thank you so much for being with us. Stay abreast. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. We're very happy that you joined us today. I am very honored to have Mr. Dominik Knoll, who is the CEO of the World Trade Center, joining us today. Dominik, welcome to the show. Congratulations. I believe that you've been CEO now for 2 or 3 years?
That's correct.
3 years?
3 years. Thank you so much.
And you've been in New Orleans for how long?
I have been here in New Orleans for about 4 years, 4 very exciting years.
And you're from?
I am from Italy originally.
From Italy. And I'm pretty sure nobody probably ever asked you with your accent where you're
That's
from.
correct. Normally I say I'm from Monroe, but you got me.
Yeah, I kind of could tell you're, and I'm from Houma. If you're from Monroe, I'm from Houma. But let's talk about, you've got some great things coming up at the World Trade Center. Now, you've got a new location. Well, it's not new, but you're not at the end of the Canal Street any longer as where I'm sure a lot of people think that's where you're still at, but you've got a new location.
Right.
And where's that at?
Right. We're right now in 365 Canal Street. Very familiar with the canal shops there, and we're there for now about 1.5 years,
okay.
And we really like it there. It's a great space to be.
All right, so let's talk about, you've got July 23rd, you've got the Foreign Trade Zone Summit coming up, and I do want to point out that on your website is WTCNO.org, and I'm thinking that you can find out any and all information about events on your website, and we'll put that up on the screen. So July 23rd, you've got the Foreign Trade Zone Summit coming up. Tell us about that.
For the viewers who don't know exactly what the World Trade Center does, said they may know about the name, but they may not be 100% familiar what we do. Basically, we do everything around international trade, and that's statewide. So wherever someone is interested in international trade as a private person or as a business person, they can come to us, and we have different varieties of programs that we offer, from education towards seminars, towards foreign dignitaries, or even the Foreign Trade Zone that we do together with the Port of New Orleans. And that particular program you mentioned is a program to get people familiarized what are foreign trade zones all about. To give you an interesting fact, a foreign trade zone you can open in your own office.
Really?
And the idea is, the concept came in the 1940s, and the idea is basically to make it easier for folks to produce here in the United States and then ship it out again to other places throughout the world.
So, I mean, you bring up a very good point there, because I hate to say this, but I'd be willing to bet a lot of people really don't know what you do at the World Trade Center. I mean, they know the building and all of that. So you're really working with international companies trying to locate in New Orleans, or?
Yeah, we have, to give you some numbers, we have about 1,600 businesses right now as members. They're from all over the state of Louisiana. That is the largest international business organization of its kind in our state. We have about 300 other sister World Trade Centers around the globe in over 100 countries, and with whom we work together. And really the advantage for you as a business, depending on what stage you are, if you're a small business just starting off, want to get familiar with international trade, but you may not know where to go, that's something you can come to us. Or if you're a large company doing already international trade, we have some other good programs and services that we can offer. And so it's a great organization. As I said, I've been here now for 3 years in my role as a CEO, and we have done from hosting 50 ambassadors or somewhat to helping out companies going to Brazil and in between. So many
That's phenomenal.
things.
That's phenomenal. Listen, I would love to have you come back on the show anytime you'd like, talk more about the World Trade Center, because again, I just don't think a lot of people really understand a lot of what you're doing, and what you're doing is so vital to the success here in New Orleans. Well, and I want to point out before we let you go that www.wtcno.org, you can get all the information on the World Trade Center. July 23rd, they have their Foreign Trade Zone Summit coming up, and you can get information on that. Dominik, thank you so much for being with us today. Brian Harris in Slidell, great individual, great supporter of all the programming here at Cox 4, really gets behind the football games that we do, the high school football games. So we've got a little feature here we'd like for you to take a view at. Brian Harris, Slidell. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We have a wide selection of vehicles here. We have a well-trained staff that can tell you all about the features and benefits on the vehicle. We have all the vehicles posted online with photos. You can call us up directly, and you can come visit us at any time from 9 to 8 or 9 to 7 on Saturdays.
What's nice about us, we have BrianHarrisAutoplex.com that you can go on, you can search for your vehicle, you can build your vehicle, you can pick out your specific vehicle, and then you can get the pricing all in one stop. You can email us, we can set up the vehicle to be clean and ready for you when you get here. We can have everything pre-approved before you ever walk into the dealership. Your time is important to us. We understand you don't want to spend 3 or 4 hours in the dealership. We try to make the process as simple as possible. Come in and pick a vehicle up. And we're located right here in Slidell, so if you want to drive out from New Orleans, LaPlace, Covington, Mandeville, we're not very far away, right on the interstate, exit 263 in Slidell. We're going to take you through a process of asking you questions. We're not going to be a dealership that's going to just come in here and hammer you to purchase a vehicle. We're going to make sure that we pick the vehicle out that's going to be best for you and your family. We try to narrow down between car, truck, or SUV and see what features are most important to you. If it's safety features, if it's space, if it's gas mileage. Try to answer all your questions. Some dealerships try to avoid your questions. We try to answer as much as we can to make you feel comfortable with your purchase. It should be a relaxed and easy decision to make when buying a car. Buying a car should be fun. Because happy customers come back and purchase again and again and again, and we're going to be here for the long term, and we want them to be here for the long term.
What I do is after the guys meet and greet customers and choose a car and they get the paperwork ready and they agree upon numbers, I'll actually take care of the final paperwork, handling of money, making sure all the documents are correct. What we're here to do is to ease the selling and buying process. So we're going to actually take them through a step-by-step delivery of the paperwork and make sure they have a clear understanding of everything they're signing.
We do have a lot of lenders that can help improve your credit, get you established. We have some special programs on the new cars and on the used cars to help people get the lowest interest rate possible. And people with good credit, we have 15 lenders that compete for your business, so you get the lowest interest rates out there. We have probably like 14 different banks that we deal with. And so we can make the process work quick and simple here. We can get everything done in a timely manner and get you in and out with the lowest rate possible. After the customer purchases a vehicle, we introduce them to our service department and let them meet the service writers so they're comfortable meeting people when they come in. And then when the customer comes in for service, we do everything in our power to make sure that they're treated with respect and as fast as possible. We want to service them, get them in and out of here. We understand that we're not happy when a car breaks, and neither are they, so we don't want to have them take up as much time as possible. So.
I have approximately 25 people between parts, body shop, service department, service consultants, 10 technicians, 3 in the body shop. We do a lot of intense online training, computer-based training, and a lot of hands-on training with General Motors and with Mazda. And it's ongoing every year. New models, there's new training. Our technicians go to New Orleans downtown for training. They go to the GM training facility in New Orleans. They go to the Mazda training facility in Louisville, Texas. I mean, there's a lot of training that they do, and it's ongoing, it's constant. Our prices are as reasonable as any place. If you compared our prices here to the independent shops, a major tire manufacturer, independent shops, stuff like that, they're very competitive. And once again, if you're bringing the car in for your regular maintenance, we're going to catch something, hopefully, that may arise that may still be under warranty during the manufacturer's warranty period. So we want to get those issues taken care of while the car is still under warranty. Well, that's what they're trained to do their inspections on the car and see if there's anything that needs attention. That's very important.
The whole management team here and the sales staff, we all believe the same thing. It's not about how much money you make per car, it's about how many cars you can sell that one person. I mean, profit isn't the only thing we're here for. With a lot of dealerships, that's all they're here for, and we're not. We're here to sell them the next car, their kids' cars. That's what we're here to do. We're right off the interstate on the service road in Slidell, so if you're looking from New Orleans, Mandeville, Covington, LaPlace, we're easy to get to. Just come right out. You can see us from the interstate. We're open Monday through Saturday. Sales is open from 9 to 8 every day, and service is open from 7 to 6 and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Our website is brianharrisautoplex.com.
And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Very glad that you joined us today. Very happy to have a good friend of ours, Todd Acomb, who is with the Kenner Professional Business Association. Todd, thank you so much for taking time to come in. We appreciate it.
What a tremendous pleasure to be here.
Now, how long have you been with the association?
Oh gosh, probably.
When you say things like, oh gosh, it gives it away.
Well, I moved back to New Orleans from Atlanta in 1993, so probably 1994.
Yeah, wow.
It's a great organization. It's homegrown, and it's where businesses and people who have an interest in the Kenner business community come to network, to learn more about each other, to grow their business, to find mentors. Just tremendous relationships.
So you're a membership organization, always looking for members, so forth. And your website is kpba.biz.
That's it.
And I'm sure you can find all the information on there about becoming a member and so forth.
Certainly.
Okay. And talk about the Cooking 103 that you've got on July 27th. That sounds pretty exciting.
It's a blast. And as the name implies, is 103. We had a 101, we had a 102, and here we are at 103. So hopefully this thing will continue to grow.
I thought you might have started with 1, and now you're at 103.
I'll tell you what, at the rate it's been going, there's no telling where the end will lie.
Okay.
I will tell you that it's incredible because it's a fundraiser for 5 of our community partners. Everything that we do at this event directly benefits them. Last year, we were able to support them to the tune of $10,000.
Wow.
And this is Kenner business supporting its own community, trying to make a difference, and having a ball while doing it.
So is it a cooking competition, or?
It's our dear friend Joey LaBella and his family that put this thing together. And Joey has 4 or 5 guest chefs who help him, and he'll do a 5-course meal, and each course is paired with a wine, so nobody leaves in a painful state. And the food, of course, is incredible because Joey cooks all day long, and of course he's a nationally recognized chef, but this is one of Joey's pet projects, and so you get Joey LaBella like he's cooking at home for his family.
Wow.
It's just an incredible meal. Every year it grows. Our biggest problem today is space.
Wow, and where does this happen at?
We do it at the Deutsch's house.
Okay.
Because they can accommodate 218 people. They have a large kitchen where everyone can put their meals together. When you look for a facility to put on an event like this, and of course this is all for charity.
Right.
So when you look at the traditional venues like hotels, banquet facilities, etc., while we have a number of them, they can't accommodate somebody else coming in and cooking. They can't accommodate all of the cold storage that's required because everything is prepared fresh. And this thing is just an incredible dining experience. I mean, where can you go and get a 5-course meal
with wine?
With wine, each course paired with an appropriate wine selected by a sommelier.
Wow.
And you look at less than $70 a person. In fact, the tickets are $65 or $125 a couple.
Wow.
You can't get a 5-course meal
cannot.
anywhere in this city.
I don't know that you can get a 1-course meal.
And quite honestly, this is the meal where not only will you enjoy a 5-course meal and a tremendous amount of fellowship, but you're talking about a guy who truly cooks with love.
Yeah, that's great. So
incredible.
for more information, I can visit and we'll put it on the screen, www.kpba.biz. That is the Cooking 103. It's going to take place on July 27th. I'm already hungry. Thanks for doing that to me right now. Todd, appreciate you being here. We'd love to have you come back, talk about the success of the event and anything else that the Kenner Professional Business Association has going on. Thanks for taking time to be with us today. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, George Blow, a good friend to all of us here at Cox 4, is going to be back to talk about Peace is Practical. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Across Louisiana. I'm just very excited to have an old friend of mine, Mr. George Blow, who used to work with us at Cox, just an incredible gentleman, and he is the founder of Peace is Practical. George, welcome to the show. I haven't seen you in probably 5 years, so it's great to see you again, and I don't want to go into a lot of detail on this, but you know I'm a big golfer. You wrote a golf book that was just absolutely incredible, the different golf swings, and everybody just thought, how did George Blow write this book on golf? And we were talking earlier about you speaking on it and things like that. So congratulations on the success with that, number one.
Thank you.
Number two, great to see you. Number three, Peace is Practical. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Peace is Practical is a platform for a message. And the message is essentially that the enjoyment of your own existence on its most fundamental level helps you function in whatever area you're doing. We're talking about getting into the zone. We're talking about peak performance things. And I use a number of different mediums to express this message. And some of them are books, novels. I have a couple of self-help books. I have the golf book. I also lecture and I give peak performance seminars. And occasionally I also produced audio-visual materials. This book right here, which is my second novel, actually, is, well, ever since I started talking about peace, I always wanted to write something that was the direct opposite.
And you've done it.
Just like total insanity, you know. All the drama we love to hate, you know, which causes so much turbulence in the world. This is that. This is not, this is not peace right here. But most of the time, that's what I talk about. Is I talk about the importance of enjoying just being alive, whereas most people are very good at extracting happiness from situations, and that's great. But sometimes we forget how precious our own existence is and how important it is to feel our need for enjoyment, to relax, to be happy, rather than think about it, because we get so conceptual. We have so many formulas for how to be happy that sometimes that we forget that this is a need, and it manifests as a feeling in the same way that hunger or thirst do, or even being sleepy does. It's something that drives us. It's an urge, it's a longing. And my whole message is that if you pay attention to that feeling as you go through your day, it does you the favor of pulling you into the present moment and giving you some perspective on what's going on. And that is also the first step in fulfilling that desire, is feeling your need for that relaxation, for that enjoyment of life. So that's essentially it. What I'm saying is that you don't have to give up anything to experience a completeness or a fulfillment inside. You don't have to become a monk. You don't have to interrupt anything. You don't have to change anything. And in that way, it's very practical. And in the other way that it's practical is that it tends to bring out your best in whatever you're doing, whether you're talking to somebody.
George, your website is peaceispractical.com.
That's correct, yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of information about yourself on the website, some things that you're involved in, things that you're doing. I love what you're talking about, because I mean, I see a lot of people and I know you really do, that, you know, they may look happy, but they're really not. I really think that it's hard for some people to even be happy. They struggle with that.
Well, I think that about half the country is on antidepressants, and I don't think that's natural. I think that being alive should feel good. Just being alive,
Absolutely.
just the fact that you woke up in the morning should mean something to you, and it should be a pleasure to be alive. And then you should go out and get your thrills and your chills for whatever you accomplish or acquire along the way.
So, George, if
you know?
somebody went to the website and they wanted you to come speak at an organization, and there's information on the site about how to get you to do that.
You can contact me through either my author bio page
Okay.
or my public speaking page. And one of the nice things about having such an unusual name, Steve, is that I am the only George R. Blow in the whole world, apparently. And if you Google George R. Blow, I've got the whole front
Wow.
page. So this name business was rough when I was an adolescent, but it's paying off now because I'm the easiest guy to find.
And so we at Across Louisiana have hit a milestone. We've had the only George R. Blow in the entire world on the show.
Right. That's right.
George, it is an absolute pleasure to see you again. Congratulations on the success you're having. And again, I would encourage you to go to the website, piecespractical.com, if you want to learn more about George. You can tell he's a very positive individual. And if you'd like to have him come speak to your organization about anything on that website, he'd be more than happy to do it. He's a great friend of mine. It's just great to see him back again. And best of luck to you, my friend. Good to see you.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
with us, because when we come back, we're going to talk to Lynn, who is with the Greater New Orleans Senior Olympics. And you want to hear about that. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to Across Louisiana. Just extremely happy to have Lynn Wolken, who is with the Greater New Orleans Senior Olympic, and just an incredible lady. And again, we were talking earlier, I love your voicemail because that you left me, and I told Millie, I said, we've got to get this lady on the show. You're just enjoyable to chat with, and I wish we had more time, but we're going to jump right in because you're with the Greater New Orleans Special Olympics, but
Senior Olympics.
Senior Olympics, but
Right.
today you're representing the
Louisiana State.
And your specialty is the golf part of that.
Right.
So let me have you tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm going to tell you about the Great New Orleans Senior Olympics. We're celebrating 24 years, and we were honored by having the Louisiana State Games here in September. It'll be the 22nd of September to October the 6th. And there's about 20 games that they play, the seniors can play. And it's $30 for registration, and then some of the events, mostly all of the events, doesn't cost you anything extra. For mine, it does. I have golf, and this year we're going to play on September the 23rd at TPC, Louisiana.
Oh, wow, nothing wrong with that.
Very good, and it's a modest. We're trying to get sponsors so that we don't have to charge the seniors the full amount. I mean, these are people who, from 50 and up. Our mission statement is for seniors over. We provide. We're not a 501c3, and we provide quality venues for seniors over the age of 50, and they can participate in a variety of social events that promotes wellness and active involvement in life.
Oh, that's great.
And we're going to have the senior games for the state of Louisiana for 2 years. And hopefully I can afford to do it again next year at TPC.
Well, your website is gnoso.org, and
The other one is LOGSO.
Okay, so but the golf tournament now is part of the Louisiana Senior Olympics. Now, is it only for people that reside in Louisiana, or?
No, they can come from all over.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is to get the national games, and that's what the Chamber of Commerce is trying to do, or the Convention and Visitors Bureau. They would like to see us vie for the national
would be
games
awesome.
that they have, like every other year, and the qualifying year is next year. So we will be doing this again. But I have my own little golf for the GNOSO that we play at different golf courses.
Mm-hmm.
But the state, we thought that TPC, Louisiana, would be the icon.
Great choice.
Great choice.
I'm a member there, and it's a wonderful golf
And we're
facility.
looking for anyone over the age of 50 who would like to play. You can contact me. Can I get?
Absolutely. Give.
All right, you can contact me at Lynn Wolken it's lfwolken@cox.net.
Okay. We like that Cox.net part of that.
Absolutely. Or 504-835-4456.
Now, there is a registration fee.
There's a
correct?
registration fee of $30.
Okay.
And right now,
That is awesome. I'm telling you, to play the TPC.
no, that's not how much it costs to
Oh,
play.
okay.
It's $30, and you're entitled to play 3 games. You can sign up for 3 events for the $30, and you have a luncheon. I mean, a dinner. There's a banquet where they have different things going on, and we will. I'm looking for sponsors, is really.
And that's the big thing right now, because you make a great point. The more sponsors you have, the less you can charge
I have
people.
to charge.
And I want to commit to you right here that we at Cox would love to help you out. We've got a lot of things we do for golf tournaments with ditty bags and door prizes. We'll see how much we can give you to help assist in that tournament for you, because I got to tell you, it's a great organization that you're working for. People like you who volunteer to work for that are so hard to find, and we appreciate what you're doing with that. So we will touch base after the show on how we can help. We're running out of time, and I want to say before we leave, thanks to our guests today for coming in and being a part of the show. You've been watching Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer. Join us next time. We appreciate it.